Today is November 2nd, 2016, and I'm continuing on. The bipolar that I had was a garment. Like I was saying in my last video, God had his hand on me, which means he had me in a place where I couldn't sin. That's perfect. He taught me from day one how to exercise my mind and how to exercise my spirits. And how to see ourselves, because Christians are perfect. I know people will be out there and say, oh no, I'm not perfect. But it says in the scriptures, in my innermost being, I delight in God's law. Paul said that in Romans 7, when he had the struggle with sin. It says, in my innermost being, I delight in God's law. God taught me that premise from day one. So I learned Romans 8:11. It says, for if by the Spirit, by the way, I spit just now. That's like holy water, so it doesn't matter. Romans 8:11. It says, for if by the Spirit you put to death the misdeeds of the body, you will live. He taught me that. He taught me that from day one. By seeing myself as loved and accepted, that put to death the misdeeds of my body. With that mindset, I learned through that process to live a blameless life. In the Bible, we talk about faith. We talk about the faith of Abraham. We talk about the faith of Isaac. We talk about the faith of Jesus. Well, I'm that faith. I'm now a person. I'm not an incongruent idea of what faith is. Faith is now a person, and that's me. I've been given physical form and life. I am the faith of Christ as well. So, what went on living in the Bible, even though Abraham died, Isaac died, Jacob died, Moses died, they all died, but their faith went on. I find it sometimes amazing. I have to even think about it sometimes. How I'm even alive. How can I be what I am? I even struggle with that sometimes. But I've had so many confirmations from God to just show me that, yes, this is not in your head. This is reality. I'm giving you thoughts. I'm giving you ideas. I'm talking to you like having a conversation. Even when other people will say that God doesn't talk to you that way, well, he does to me. Period. When I was at Burger King.
When were you at Burger King?
I was just going to say that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I guess it's about 4 or 5 days ago.
Oh.
Maybe even a week. I was sitting in Burger King. I knew something was going to happen. I couldn't quite figure it out. I was looking around, looking at people, because I love to look at other people. I love to watch their lives. I love to see people succeed. I love to see people smile. I love to see people smirk. I love to see people rise above their challenges. I live for it. I was sitting in Burger King, and Christ called me Dad. Well, when that happened, oh my God. I was like, huh? I was dumbfounded. I was like, You call me Dad? Okay.
And it just, again, I always ask, is it audible? I mean, you were just sitting in McDonald's.
Burger King.
Burger King. I'm so sorry. Burger King, watching people.
Right.
And just sitting there enjoying.
There weren't many people in there. I could tell that time was almost standing still when this happened.
Okay, and then you heard audibly?
No.
Or, okay,
in my spirit.
Your spirit.
In my spirit. Never audibly.
Okay.
Called me Dad. It's like, what? I was very shocked at that one. That really got my attention. I was like, Dad? It's like, okay. And then I thought, wow, I'm a father to all these people, and I'm a father to Christ. And then I started thinking about things and just saying, wow, I'm humbled by my own authority. Which is pretty funny to be able to say that. And I am. Christ is my authority, but he's my own authority. Where it talks about in the Bible, where it talks about the day of the Lord, and it talks about Christ coming back, and all these things. And it's like, I just see that, and I'm like, oh, wow. I'm his father. And he's watching me, seeing how his father lives and exists on planet Earth. So I'm learning at the same time these same things, because I told you earlier in the earlier videos that I'm omnipresent because I'm free will and everybody else. But I'm not omnipotent and omniscient yet. I'm gonna be. But I'm the everlasting Father, evolving into my purest form. I'm just not there yet. I will be. And probably I said a lot. Wouldn't you have anything else?
We were going to do some tough questions at the end, or some questions.
Okay,
some
go ahead.
Questions. How much time do we have left?
7:27.
Okay. I know that. Well, we've been married 25 years now.
Right.
And it's been some roller coaster ride.
Yeah, you've had quite a roller coaster ride.
And when we first got married, after we got back from the honeymoon, you started reading the Bible a lot.
Yeah.
And you would read all day long.
Right.
You weren't working at the time. And that's when you started having visions.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what was going on.
No, I didn't have a clue at that time.
And some were good, but I think they were mostly terrifying to you.
They were so awesomely terrifying. Just like when it shows Daniel, when the angel stands before him, he's terrified, and people actually run away from him. But he was there, left standing, to see that image. It's like that. You see God, you're terrified, but you're drawn to him at the same time. So it's like, you got both. Which is why she acts so funny when I come in the door. She runs this way, and then runs that way, and runs this way, runs that way.
But dogs do that, Dale.
She does that with me.
Dogs run back and forth and back
Believe
and forth.
Believe me, she knows who I am.
Okay. Anyways, let's get back to that.
Yeah.
So we were married in 1991.
Yes.
In 1995, after the hallucinations got so bad, and I got a diagnosis where somebody told me, a doctor told me,
right,
you have bipolar disorder. Get him to the hospital, quick.
Yeah. Oh my God,
right
yes.
away. You hadn't slept in 9 days.
Yes.
And I hadn't slept in 5. Because you were keeping me up.
Yeah.
And
I had that effect on people.
I didn't think I had any choice, because we begged you, your friends, family, everybody begged you to go to the hospital, but you wouldn't.
I didn't think I needed to go to the hospital, but I was...
Well, you said you were afraid of being locked up forever.
Well, I didn't know what I was doing wrong.
No, I mean, looking back at it.
looking back, here...
No, looking back at it, you said that you were afraid of being locked up.
Yeah, I was afraid to like my mother. Yeah. I didn't know. At that time, my spirit was in just infinitesimal size. It didn't know anything. I didn't know. I wasn't availed. I wasn't revealed. I wasn't strengthened. I wasn't transformed. My mind wasn't renewed. Here I am, the everlasting Father, and I'm going through this. I didn't know I was the everlasting Father. That's quite a burden to handle, covering the whole universe. And you're stuck in this 5'8" frame body, and all this craziness is going on, and you don't know why.
No. Well, I'm just giving a timeline.
Yeah.
So you went. I had you put into the hospital, which they really didn't do much for 10 days, except babysit
And make crafts.
Have you make crafts. And then I got you into a really wonderful hospital that's no longer around, which was in Ocala.
That's the effect I have on
And
things.
that was a Christian hospital.
Yep. Because I went there, it collapsed.
Well,
that happens in everything in my life.
I don't think that was the reason, but you're entitled to your own opinion.
Yeah.
They